Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo. Welcome to the stream. Yo, yo. Welcome to the stream. Let's copy this. Docs. Some other docs. YouTube chat. Need to add in. Apply. Boom. Just webcam. Stream labels. Streamlabs. Should probably set this all up before I press start streaming, to be honest. Hello. Hello, man. How are we doing? Welcome back. Oh, whoops. Hope you're having a great day, man. How is things? Today, we're actually just gonna chill. We are doing some work. We are doing some designs. Let me get that back up, actually. There you go, we're back. Turn that down, off that. Yep, so you can see in the bottom left we're doing some product rendering. We're gonna go along and up. Gonna be explaining what we're doing. Okay, well that's good. Good that you're okay. Good to know. Yeah, we're gonna do some work, but nothing crazy. Just some existing work. But I just yeah, took the weekend off, and I wanted to do some streaming because I feel like the channel's doing really well, and why not? Eh? Why not? So we're going to be fixing the dimensions for these products that we have here, the ones in the thumbnail. We need to make sure that they're the right size and everything. So we're going to go and we're going to get the correct dimensions up. And for at least educational purposes, just going to show how I measure up a product or an object or a model or whatever you're doing to the correct dimensions. Let's close the door, shall we? Greetings from Russia. Awesome, man. Super cool. Also, as well, seems like if I go on top panel, the recent stuff being decided not to work, so there we go. I changed the font and it worked, so we'll just stay with that font for now. Alright, let's get started, eh? So I'm trying to get up the dimensions now that we need. Let's close that. One of those two. But the internet is not working very well, so let's go on my phone and find it up here. Okay, first one to fix is so we've got all our products here in different collections. You need to be careful doing this in your Blender files. If you do too many, then you can really slow down the project. We're gonna bring up, I think it's 6, 5. Oh no, it's 5. 5. Okay. So the dimensions for this are as follows. millimeters tall. Okay, so here's what we do. We go dimensions, make a new product file, new collection called dimensions. And then we'll add in a cube. Cube's just kind of easier to use. We'll go on it and we'll go edit mode, sorry, on it. And we'll turn on edge length under measurement. We can then go into our project files, go to units, and change the unit on the length to millimeters. You can see we're currently at 2000 millimeters. Usually I tend to have my objects way too big compared to what they actually are. So we're going to start scaling down until we have 200 millimeters tall. Going down like that to the top view. So as you can see, a lot smaller than what we're currently at, but that's fine. Okay, so it's 200 millimeters tall. No, what it actually is, for the top view, is 200 meters in diameter, which it is at the moment, roughly. You can imagine if this was we can make it a cylinder. Just making cylinders to make things easier. Actually, thinking about it. Okay. New geometry. Let's go on here. We go on face area. No. Do you want face area? We need to make, okay, so what we're gonna do. So from here to here, we'll make a knife cut. Here. Here. There you go. Okay, now I'm going to move this out So everything in my scene, I'm gonna highlight all of it. So this is going to be quite a lot. So we've got all the products in the different areas. And I'm going to select absolutely everything apart from the cube and scale it right down. Where's the cube gone? Cube's there. Scale it down. One. Down there. Scale it up. A bit more than that. Delete all these, or hide all of these, I should say. Get our dimensions back up. So apply the scale. Actually, no. I should have just done these sizes just like a lot smaller than they actually are. So we'll go back. We'll revert what we just did. We'll make a new dimensions tab. We'll just do it in meters. So 200. It's 0.2 meters. Or we can just add an extra zero, can't we? If we wanted. An extra 0. Okay, let's do that. So we go. Once I get. Okay, so cylinder. I should just go with the cube actually. It's kind of easier to get the edge lengths right, correct. So if I go into units, I do change it to millimeters. See, okay, 200 meters. From here, 200 milliliters. From here, here, and here. Okay, so with a diameter of 200 millimeters, the overall height is 395. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll set the top faces with 3. Or what we can do is we can go into wireframe mode. Set all of these. It's 395, and we're looking at this edge here. 395 up to here. 395, 274. Is that 274 is from C to the top. So if we make a cut here and a cut here, basically so these and these, this length here needs to be 274. And it's roughly there-ish. And then from basically I want to select that, duplicate it, P selection, yes, from here And select them all. Okay, so it goes. So these are the dimensions for this. If I rotate them 90 degrees and 90 degrees. It's going to be roughly here. This. Well, actually, no, that's not correct. Because look. So from basically, this is the edge we're looking at, 200 millimeters. From here to here is the size of the circle. From there, we can go to the front view, click here to here, and duplicate it. P to separate it, delete these vertices on the top. Origin to geometry. Be on a minus 45 angle. Like here, pretty much. Okay. Now select this. Turn off edge length. Nice. Let's get edge length on. So this is what I got based on the dimensions given. Three, 9. One sec. Click on this. One second. Solve edge. Solve edge for a second. 395 is actually from. That's where I've gone wrong. Actually, from there. It's actually from here to here. 395. The middle one is 274 still. $395 from there to there. About there. From there to there. Okay. So from here, it's an edge thingy off. Okay. There we go. That's that's the correct dimensions. That's better. We did it. These are the correct dimensions. Just bring this down to match there. Okay. Okay, so let's render this out. Shading. Should we give the metal a little bit more matte? No, matte. More of a matte look. I don't really know what to say. Okay, maybe a bit less than that. It's too much. I should have just done these sizes just like a lot smaller than they actually are. Alright, so 1 sec. Haven't got any clipping going on here. Holding shift so we're in slow motion. Boom. Right tight to the floor. Looking good, boys. Looking good, boys. And girls, if there is any in the stream. Looking good, boys. Ah, just got a little bit clip in there where that's decided to ever so slightly clip in there. Okay, let's change that a little bit. And then we can work on the dimensions of the other parts based on these ones. Send them boys off. Someone asked last stream to do some product animation next. Now, the problem I have right now is financially. Obviously, we are a small YouTube channel right now. We're not monetized, so a lot of the content that I create, the more like long projects, like the live ones, are existing paid projects from myself that I've had that I'm doing and showing on live stream. The shorts can be like content that I'm not doing for paid work for clients, because it's like doesn't take as long. But like long live projects, stuff that takes time, I don't really have the time. So it's not like I don't have the time, I don't have the financial support, I guess you could say, to do that, unless I was working on a project that had product animation in it. So what we're going to try and do after this project, we're going to try and secure a bit of work within product animation, keep a piece of work that I am able to live stream, and then we can make content out of that. Hopefully in the future, if the channel builds, we'll be able to just make whatever the hell we want. What's up, Utsav? How you doing, man? Probably just butchered your name. Utsav. How you doing, man, though? Hope you're good. Hope all is well. So, we're going to save this one out. I think this is number 5. Is it number 5? So the quality's a bit low at the moment. Don't worry about that. We'll fix that later. Is it 5? Yep, it's number 5. And we'll replace what we had before. Save it. And then we can have at that stream level. So we can have a look at how we're doing. So let's get progress. You know what I should do? I should make one of my backgrounds while streaming, like the Blender Hacks logo. That'd be cool. Rather than this Windows one. So that's what we have now. This is I mentioned it before. Obviously the nose is a bit longer and things. Yeah, nice. So it seems good to me. Let me check again. Ah! No! We've done it wrong again. This is why you double check, everybody. Alright. That's slightly wrong again. So actually, if I take our dimensions back and put it next to our product. So actually, so this is fine. So from here to here is fine. But actually from here, take this. It connects. So this is actually from down a bit. So, I hate dimensions. 274. 274 is a distance from the bottom of this part to where this connects. So it's actually more like this. Then it's still 395 to the top. Whoops, go back. Turn edge off. Oh no, well, that's happened. No. Alright, just go back. Before we messed up this. There you go. So yeah, this is now more correct. So two seven four, which is this edge, is a distance from this part to where the top, or around just where it meets here. And the angle's also probably a bit more like this. So 274 is from here to the top of where it connects. Which is here. Then it goes this one, and to the top is still 195. About there. It's more like that, I think. So from here to here is 395, which it is. There to the top. A little bit on the bottom. Then from here, 274 is from here to where it connects the horizontal part. Which I would say is, yeah, just there. Okay, I think that's good. I think. Let's have a look. Okay, nice. So let's have a look at, now I want to have a look at 6, okay, so looking at number 6, which is this one here. First of all, okay, so first of all, we're going to change the overall scale down to fit to our 200 meters. There. Yep. 200 millimeters. Very boring work, but feel free to ask any questions about Blender or anything. We can chat about anything anyone likes. Don't have to talk about what I'm doing. Should be a bit of a background, content going on. Okay, right. So let's get dimension for this one. Okay. So B is 218. Okay, so we're gonna need a new, so 5 dimes. We'll just call it 5 dimes. We'll just move that to the side. We'll copy it. 6 dimes. We'll move that out of the way. 6 dimes. Drag that here. So this is the right. So again, from here, up here, here, down here is about there. What's this? That's so it doesn't clip. Front view down. Fine widthways. Okay, so from this edge to the top is 212. It's 218, sorry. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna remove this. Keep that. Edge length. So from B, bottom of there to the top. We'll go for the 218 one. That really doesn't make sense. These are the worst dimensions. I'm just saying it right now. I'll probably say it to the person too. They don't make no sense. Why? Let's just do what it says. Okay, so 218. Maybe go down a bit on that. Okay, so other scale. Let's get down even more. Plus scale. Apply scale. 210. 218. They're not even, are they? No, that's why. Okay, there you go. Okay. Apply scale. 218 from there to there. From that to the middle of the thingy is 82. So another one here. Here. Middle of the thingy. From the middle of here to the middle of there is A. 133. So you make another cube. Scale it right down. Control. Apply scale. And you make it 133. Tall. And then you rotate it 90 degrees this way. It's got to be from there, right? Diameter of this is 100, so go this one, edge here, $100. Use 218. Yeah, one of those. This really doesn't feel right, but I'm doing it based on the dimensions as given, so. Okay, that's what the dimensions say. Let's go to 6, change the camera to number 6. Scale it up. Alright, let's render it out. Let's do it. Okay, well, this is what the dimensions say, so Hello, Nairobi. How you doing, man? Or girl. How is your day going? Mine is going fantastic. Apart from these extremely annoying dimensions that I can't seem to get right. So now, this looks like a physical product, but it doesn't look like the drawings, but I guess the physical product is the main thing, so. I'm a make. Do you mean I'm a male? Nice. So these are in, at the moment, not the highest quality. We want to make sure we get the dimensions right and everything before we render out in full quality. You don't want to waste time, do we? Definitely don't do that. So now we got them. We went from this to this. So we're clearly very wrong in the dimensions. And now we're going to do number 3. Change the camera to 3. Oh wow, I appreciate that, Nairobi. Well, that's super cool, man. Keep up the good work. Oh, I'm trying. So yeah, this one right now we're just doing a chilled live stream, really. Just sort of, if you pick up anything, any tips or anything, that's great. But we're not really focused too much right now on this live stream. Someone asked my last stream for product animation work, so we're gonna try to secure some work within that. Within product animation, and then what we can do a video on that, so that'd be good. Product animation is pretty much the same as product rendering. Well, the first part of the project is the same at least, and then you sort of expand on that with camera movement and all sorts. So we need a new dimension. It's going to be called 3 dimes. 1 on the number keypad to go in the front view, and then I can swap around. I'll probably do it in this viewpoint. So we're getting dimensions correct right now. That's what we're up to now. Okay. Oh, we also hit 250. Well, we hit 250 subscribers over the weekend, and now we're on 260. So that's really good. So I didn't do anything over the weekend, so I made a video just earlier thanking everyone for 250 subscribers, which is awesome. I'd love to get to 1,000 at some point. I don't know when, because then we unlock the ability to do community posts, so I can ask questions about content, and they're good for engagement too, so and exposure. Alright. So this is our dimension object. So the good way to do dimensions, to get things correct, is to make a separate cube and mark out your dimensions using the cube, and then scale it up however much, and compare it to your model, and then change your model based on your dimensions cube, sort of a template cube we'll basically call it. So with the D1 at 200, the D2 is 250. So we'll do that first. This will be the front view, right? So from basically here's 200, which it already is. So if I scale that in there, I've actually done that accidentally very close to what it needs to be. So that's perfect. If you select this button here, third one across down to measurement, you can turn on the edge length. That's what we're using to get the correct length. Okay. Edge length back on. In edit mode, has to be in edit mode. Okay. And then this one, if we take it out for a minute, needs to be 250. At the moment it is, oh, I can't read it. Still can't read it. Oh, let's just scale it out and then we can read it. There you go. 250 there. Okay, and then we got one more measurement for this one, so not too bad at all. This is just from the extrusion down here to the top of the flue, which is the pipe. That's what they're called. Is 157. It's the length. So I'll go across. We go from basically this one here, roughly, to here is 157. So remove this edge. There's no way I did that perfectly first time. I pretty much had the I mean, the dimensions were almost spot on from the start. Almost. So now we have 250, 200, 157, 157, right? Yep. 157. Now we can change our object to match. So up here does need to be the same. The question is it? Okay, so I can see from it's from here. Let's turn edge link off for now so we can see what we're doing. This is where it gets to 250 here, and it's about here on the flue. So I'll make one here. Edge length back on. Front view. Let's go across. 50. Edge length off. Here. Let's get it in there. Lengthwise. So edge lengthwise needs to be the same too, so edge length. So 200 needs to be 200, 250, to 250. Go across to here, you can see not quite at the point we need to be. There you go, that was bothering me. Okay. And I turn on our edge length again. Got 200. What's 19? 200, 200, 250. Hello, Yusuf. How you doing, man? Thank you for the nice comment. I appreciate that. 250 from there. There you go. Scale it in. Looking pretty good. Perfect from the side view. From the front view, it's come in the tiniest bit. So an edge length off again. So 200. Let's check again. 200, 250, 250. So our dimensions roughly 200, 200, 250, 250. And then the same on the side, backs and everything. So that in terms of dimensions is complete. Let's render it out. Thank you, Yusuf. Like it says at the top of the stream, if you sub, by the way, and you're on private on your sub settings are on private on YouTube, your sub will not show up in this stream, unfortunately. Not sure why. Well, actually, I know why. I know why, because obviously in your settings in YouTube, you've set your subscriptions to private, so no one can see you subscribe to. So, but I'm not sure why it's like that by default. A lot of people don't. I guess just for safety purposes, it's just easier to have it off by default, I guess. Or privacy settings on, so no one can see your subs by default. But if you want to sub to a stream on YouTube, they should add a feature on YouTube live streams where if you sub to someone directly from the live stream, it comes up with a pop-up message that says your subscription will not show up in this stream because your sub settings are on private. That would solve a lot of issues. Just looking at the product sizes right now, I feel like this is a bit too big, so we're going to select the edge using alt click, alt left click. If you hold alt and left click, it will select, if you're in edge mode, the entire ring if it's connected properly. If it's not connected properly because you've got some topology issues, it won't select the whole ring. So that's a good way to find out. Quick tip here: if you have any problems with topology. Let's say if so I know if I press number 2 on the keyboard, hold Alt and click, that's going to select the entire ring of this edge all the way around. Now if you do this on your model and it only does half the ring, so it stops like here, you know you've got a problem from the other side, because the Blender cannot find a correct path with good topology all the way around. So something's happened here. So here or here, one of these vertices might have duplicated. So you've so there's a break in the chain where as this vertex comes, instead of just connecting directly to this one, it's connecting to one here that's been duplicated and then stopping the chain. Something's happening. It's a good way to check. It's a great way to check if there's any problems. So just keep that in mind. Okay, I'm going to save this one, number 3, number 6. Okay, now let's have a quick look, right, at this one. Because at the moment, I am confused, right, because it seems, let's get camera number 6. It seems like there's like 2 variants, pretty much, of this model. Yeah, okay, so there's another one. So if I go from, there's another version of this. So if I duplicate this, there's a second version. Where so this version, if I delete this edge, from here is actually 533, so quite a bit larger than what we've got. So 533, so it's all the way up here. And from, it's 266 from here to here. Oops, we've kind of messed that up there. Two 6 on that. Get that like that. connect the object I duplicated with array with the curve modifier, but the edges are deformed. How can I solve this problem? Let's have a look for you, okay? So let's read it again. Okay, so are you trying to do are you trying to connect an object to a curve? Same with referring to the short that I did on how to connect a object to a curve. Answer that first, and then we can get down to the edges being deformed. There's a couple things that it could be. If the edges of the objects are getting deformed, do you have a subdivide attached to the object? If you have a subdivide modifier on the object, delete that for the time being. See if that solves the problem. If it does, then there's a problem with the topology of your object. So somewhere along there you've got duplicated vertices, or you have lack of good topology, so you don't have all your faces on all quadruples, so they don't have four edges. It might be the if you look back on the short, if you're referring to the short that I did on how to attach an object to a curve, it may be that so you add a subdivide, an array, and a curve modifier. There may be the wrong way around. In terms of so if I add a curve modifier to this and an array, there may be the wrong way around. I do explain in the video which way they need to be. I can't remember off the top of my head. But if they're the wrong way around, it will mess things up. So first of all, check your object. Detach the array and curve modifier. So remove them and just subdivide. If the edges are deformed, you have a problem with your object. The topology, meaning if you don't know, you probably do, but just in case you don't or anyone else doesn't, topology is it's the structure of the faces and vertices on your model. And you want to make it so as many as possible, 100% is best. But if you can't, 98% of your faces all have 4 sides. So they're quadruples, so they're quads. And there's no vertices that have what would be a vertice with a pole. Is basically, so right now, this is good topology. It's a very simple object. But 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. If I was to add a knife edge and put it in here, now what we have is if I go on the face, we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we have tries. We don't want tries. Tries completely mess up the object, and when you press subdivide, it can deform the edges. If this is your problem, but if anyone else has a problem with your modeling, this is what it could be. And also, this is what you'd call a pole, meaning it has 3 or more. I think this is how you define it. Not 100% sure. Don't take my word completely, but this is the way I define it. It basically has, as you can see, it has 3 edges attached to it. So it's basically this one vertex it has a lot of edges coming to it. Some people in their models can have even more than this, can have like 4, 5, 6. I've seen vertices attached to one, edges attached to one vertice. That's not what you want. So in this case, you'd dissolve this edge, and then you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, a quad, and no vertices with more than 2 edges attached to them. So remove the array and curve modifier to your object and just see if it's still deformed. If so, it's a problem with your... So if you press subdivide and go Catmull Clark, and you find that the edges are still messed up and everything, it's your model. Check that first. Okay, and I'll see I'll see if that solves it first, and then if it doesn't, then it's probably a problem with the direction, the order of the curve and array modifier in the tabs, or when you attach the curve to the array modifier, the object needs to be in terms of location. So if you press it and you go in the orange here, location needs to be 0, 0, 0. If it's not 0, 0, 0, it won't work. So just check that too. If it's somewhere else in the world, it will mess up. Good luck. Let me know how it goes. Hopefully we'll solve it for you. So this is a lot taller than it was before. Kind of confusing. I don't know if we've got two separate products. I'm gonna ask it right now, you know. Actually, nah, one sec, let's get this right first. Edge. Let's go down like that. Let's scale this up like that. Up we go. There we go. In we go. Front, in we go. This, up we go. Cross. A new camera called 6.2. Scale in, let's move it about with Shift F. Kind of wondering how big this is supposed to be. It's not big at all, is it? I think this is correct, to be honest. Okay, let's save that out. Render. Alright, we've got some clipping at the bottom. See if you can fix your deformed edges with removing the curve and array first. Then you can solve. A good way to solve, if you've got a problem in Blender, what you want to do, you want to take steps back and you think about, okay, what could the problem be, and then try solve it one by one. So is the problem the mesh, so your object, or is the problem the way you're attaching it to the curve? Solve them one by one. So first find out if it's the object. So just remove the curve and array modifier and just subdivide and just see what happens to the mesh. If the mesh goes all messed up, then you know the object there's something wrong with the object, the topology of the object. If it's fine, then you know it's the way you're attaching the object to the curve, and then you can solve that problem. Okay, nice. Okay, we're going to save that. We're going to go into 6. Apparently this is not. There you go. Go on number 1. And we're basically just going to make sure this is set to 200. I mean, this is 200, right? Edge length. Yep, it's 200. So we're just going to scale this down. We know it's 200 anyway. We know that the dimensions are correct. Yep, pretty perfect. So that one's fine. 2. That's good too. 3. It's over here. So it doesn't really matter that much, does it? For them ones. No, it doesn't. Because no change in, yeah, it doesn't matter. And then I need to render out 7 too, which I'm still kind of working on. Definitely more of a complex model. Took a bit of time to figure out. But we got there in the end. Just gonna have a look 5 again. Camera 5. I feel like on nice. Okay, getting the dimensions there now, aren't we? Hello guys, just wanted to say a nice. Okay, just go on Google. Google. Let's mood board it up, boys. So, remove these. Got some new versions coming up. Actually, all these are the same, but these ones. So I can just add them back in there. They're just the same as before. This is the same as before. Yeah, this one's the same as before too. All the same. And now these ones are different though. I'm missing one. Two. Ah, yeah. This one's different. Three. 4. 5. 6. 7 would be that, but Alright, nice. Oh my god, so many things to open. Okay, there we go. Got there in the end. Okay, we've got YouTube comments. Oh no, we're on his channel. How do I go? Comment. Hello. I've got a new comment. Thank you for the great videos. Thank you for the great videos. Do you have a specific video on gear you'd recommend? Not a bad idea actually. Thank you, Aiden. So by gear, do you mean computer? Builds or workspace? Accessories to help, etc. I don't have a video on this right now, but it's a great idea. Oh, that chat is messing up a bit. There we go. Okay, yeah, so we're kind of done with we're kind of done with that for now. I mean, we'll probably have to do more later, but I probably won't stream it. What should we do? Okay, so we have a little bit of time, right? Where now I'm trying to get these chimney things done. These pipe things done. But we've sort of done that for now. Sent them off to get a reply. What we could do, we could make another short, right? But this time, we're going to do it live. So if you're in here, you can watch along. I'm going to upload a short later today. You can make one later today. But we'll upload. Yeah, but we'll upload one now. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do it live. So, what should we do? I had some notes down for something to do. What's some shorts to do? I've even got set up, done, ready for the shorts, but I'll probably do it. Oh my god, no, don't do that. I'll probably do it the normal way. But yeah, what short should we do? So we could do. We're gonna do a little guide one. I swear I've got some notes here with some thingies here. Are they here? The notes? You have no idea. Oh yes, I do have some, but I've done them both. I've done both the ideas I had. Anyone got any ideas for a short? Who wants to learn something? Needs to be short, quick tip, can't be anything too long. It's only a minute I have to do the short, so can't be anything too long. We could do, what could we do? We could do, let me think of a, we're called Blender hacks, right? So let's think of a quick tip slash hack that like I use a lot that really helps. I feel like I would have wanted to know earlier. I know. I've got one. I have got one. Okay. I've got one. And it's a good idea, I think. So, what we're going to do is we're going on CG Trader and we're going to get ourselves a chair. I'm not going to model it for the video. Let's find the right model. So we're going to do a video on materials. It's simple, it's very simple, but a lot of my shots are simple. I do want to do more complex advanced guides, but it's finding the time. So we're gonna do. We need a good model to use though. I've thought of another one. I'm not gonna do it today. I'll spread them out a bit, but I've thought of another one. How to add logos to products slash objects. But this one's gonna be how to apply multiple materials to one mesh. I am human. Yes, I am. Please click containing a motor bus. A motor bus. There we go. Log in. Hello, John. How you doing? So, if you're wondering what we're doing now, we're going to make a YouTube short live. We're going to make a YouTube short live, and we're going to do how to apply multiple materials to a single object. So we're going to download this chair file we're getting from CG Trader. We're going to do, I'm going to go Documents, YouTube. I guess I could put it in, I don't even know where to put it. Let's just put it in here. Just make a new one called chair. Let's just drag that in. Okay. Then, so the subland file. I'm gonna drag our chair in. Actually, we need to file import FBX. Go to where we just saved it. Documents, product renders, chair. There we go. We're back. So, chair. Where's chair gone? Chair. There's our chair. Here is our chair. Very nice. I like it. I like it. What a beautiful chair. And nice one. Luckily for us, it is one object. So, what we're going to do, we're going to go online. And we're going to get a wood texture 4K. Save it in chair. Get a metal. We don't need a metal detector. Okay. There it is. Oh, look, it's already given us named thingies. Okay, so we'll make a metal shader, white, metallic. So this part won't be in the short. I already have it set up, so you get, you know, roughness down, just like that, and then wood. Luckily, they've already kind of set things up for us. Documents, documents, renders, chair. Texture. These are applied to metal. Okay, nice. So we're gonna add UV. Oh, it's a high poly mesh ish. Well, not overall because it's it's only a chair, but let's add our seams, which I did do a video on UV mapping too. You can check that out below. Well, if you just go on us channel, you can check that out. Now this is not my mesh, so I'm trying to just navigate around it to add seams for UV mapping purposes. I think that's enough for that top part. Should we add one? Good topology. So, you look, each to their own. If I modelled this, I would not include this as part of the mesh for for this as the same mesh. Just do separate. It's so much easier for topology purposes, and this person has done some fantastic topology moving this into a circular object in the same object, so it's attached. Do you need to do it? Maybe if you're making a game model, I guess. Then it's good to learn that. So it depends on what you're using your model for, I guess. Now we have to try add UV seams to a mesh. That has complicated areas. Right, save this. Save as chair. Up here we got one. Down here we'll want one. Cross. We'll want one. I'll go UV mapping. Select all of it. I feel like did we have to make do we have to subdivide so much? I've put my UV spheres in on UV lines in probably not the best spots. But maybe we'll get another model. And we also need a better texture, obviously. What models have I got that I could use on this? Okay, I know what I'm going to do. Let's go chair. Delete chair. Go off chair. We're going to go light. Model. Okay. Blender. Open it up. Remove this. Okay. So let's try again. Import FBX. Right, we've got some glasses. We have a pair of glasses. So let's start creating the mesh for this. So we'll call this creating the texture, sorry, so we'll call this black. I got this from CG Dreaded too, I'm pretty sure. Let's make it black. Stick with the more matte look. Let's make this glass. Roughness down, transmission all the way up. On here, we'll make this nose pieces. Can't spell, you know. Transmission almost 100%. Not quite though. And roughness down again. Color more like that. These pieces can be the black. Black. These pieces can be the black. You know, all good. We've got our shades. And these are going to be black too, right? But we're going to make a new one called black gloss. Let's get it down, roughness down. Check over here. So what we're going to do is essentially show, let's say I wanted this back part to be, a different material. How we can apply two basically materials to one mesh. As you can see, this is connected, but let's say we want this back part from here down to be different. So let's hit record. Well, I'm not going to talk over it anyway, so want to take away this and me for a second. So The way you do it is you go on side on view, go into this select mode, material tab. We'll select the faces that we want to be different. Alright, so I've selected these ones here. If I go into this view again, just make sure I'm selecting. I need this side too. So I've pressed W to change the select mode to free select, so that I can draw out what I want to select. Going up from there, like that. Ah, this is a separate object, isn't it? Oh. One sec. Select. Boom, boom. Okay. We're back. We're back. Okay. Select there. You can see on the other side we now have all of them all selected quite nicely. Then, here's for the main part. Plus here in the material tab, our black gloss material. Alright, and now with the part that you want to change selected, you press assign. And on this, the same. Plus black gloss assign. And now, as you can see from this point downwards, we have the separate material, and we could make this anything we wanted. We could make this if we wanted, and it's going to be separate. You can do this as many times as you like, and it will work every time. That's it, really. Just a simple one, but it's something that I wish I knew when I first started learning Blender, so it's more of a beginner tip, which is a lot of the shorts that I do are beginner tips. Something I wish I knew before, definitely. Okay, nice. We're going to set this up in a... we're going to set this up for a thumbnail. Should we do that? We'll do that here too. We'll do that here too. Light. Add a new camera. Let's get a nice angle ready for the thumbnail. What are we thinking? Go like that, right? And then I can put a circle here, explaining that it's different. Stop recording. Don't need that anymore. Shading. World output. This is my standard product rendering. Node output for the world tab, if you're wondering. So you can copy this. Light path, camera rate down there. Environment texture. Texture coordinate. Mapping node. Right there. Boom. Name documents HDRs. We'll go with this one is the standard that I'll use at 100 to start with. 3 up on the notepad. Boom. I think with this black gloss, what I'll do is I'll make it actually like a cream, like a gold. Metallic up. Make it like a gold, so it's more obvious. These material. If you're having a problem with glass shader, probably this you need to change. Didn't change anything. Okay, cool. Right up 5. It's something funky. Or I could just go white, I don't know. Oh, they can be some. There can be some sunglasses shades, can't they? Screw it, we'll do that. Let's go on our camera, I think. Zoom in. Like here, I'm thinking. To like here, let's change this. Let's make a floor. Oh no. No. Why? Why me? Happens. Saturation on 0. Let's go back to this one. I just prefer that as sunglasses, to be honest. Alright. Let's make a plane there. Could you want on top? I haven't tried that before. Should we see what it looks like? Shadow catcher. Yeah, it doesn't really do anything for us. Could rotate this 90. 90 again this way. Put it there. is what I'm thinking. Let me put these into this lighting setup. Camera. Have to be 1080 with it zoomed in back here. There you go. I feel like that represents it quite well. For a good thumbnail. Just make sure inside goes random. Alright. Let's use this as the thumbnail for our next short. So, you guys who have been in the stream to watch this, you have seen the creation of the new short. But apart from that, I am gonna log off now. So this stream we just played around with some dimensions on a product, and we've shot the video for the next short. Subscribe if you haven't already, and peace out. Have a wonderful day.